Dude, I see people online and they just seem so chill and relaxed and calm enough in front of the camera, and I just feel so high-strung compared to them. But I guess that's just because I'm built different in the sense that, like, the frequency at which my brain operates is what it is. I'm hyperactive. So at some point, who you are at your core, like, you can accept that. I guess, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about today. I'm kind of fried right now mentally. Almost just hit a car. Yeah. Today was a day. These Italian New Yorkers were just shredding me. It was great. It was a good day, I guess. I'm exhausted right now. I need protein. I need to eat. I feel like I got so much stuff to do. But I'm also like, I'm excited for this next season. I'm moving to Alaska. So let me just make a bulleted list here. Cut off this girl. Feel kind of bad, but I also I'm a bad friend, and it's just not gonna work. It's just, the relationship is just weight, and I just can't carry that. Oh my gosh, and it's this other girl's birthday, and I forgot her birthday. And dude, you know what? I'm just in one of those seasons where I just can't be thinking or worrying about girls. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it out there. Because it's just not my time for that. It's just not for me. I need to be a ghost. I need to disappear. I need to go into a dark place in my mind and really, like, figure out my life and my thing, and not try to be somebody else's thing. And I find it so challenging to just feel well and be happy and feel confident when I'm always worrying about, like, how some girl perceives me and whether or not I'm making them happy and whether or not they like me and what they think about me, and, you know, are they going to accept me and am I valuable to them, and just all this crap. But it's like, you shouldn't have to worry about that. If you just build your life, I think the right person will come to you at the right time. But it starts with you building your life around your values and your vision, and not trying to, like, fit into someone else's love story that you're not meant to be a part of. And it's so easy to get distracted by what your eyes see on the everyday basis, because you see all this crap on social media, and you see all these different men on social media, and we just compare ourselves to, like, everybody else's perfect life online, even though that's just what everyone does, just to seem like they're having a perfect time, even though they're not. Right? So we're all out here trying to, like, fit into this idea of what is socially acceptable. But before then, I think that idea still existed of what is socially acceptable, but it wasn't so in our face 24/7 accessible on your phone and something that you were then going to consume for hours and hours and hours a day. It was something that you dealt with, you know, at a social situation or, you know, around people, but it wasn't something that you could just take home with you and have in your bedroom. That now it's like you have this weight that you can carry at any given time of, like, am I enough? Do I measure up to this person? Am I, like, on track like this person? And I know social media is used for good in a lot of ways, but the function of social media on your brain is just cognitive disorder, because it's just taking you out of the priority, the present, whatever's actually happening right now, and taking you into an infinite feed of everybody else's lives and shoving all of this noise down your throat. And I get it, like, people see Bible verses and motivational videos and inspiring stories and helpful workouts and tools on social media, and like, I get it, social media can be a place to spark things, kind of, but I think that argument is pretty thin when we look at the usage of social media and someone's mental health, someone's physical health. You know, you see the rates of depression and anxiety increase as social media usage increases. It just happens. It just happens. Sorry. Like, that's an undisputed fact. And not to mention, we've just seen our attention spans continuously drop in our country. Like, we legitimately have the attention span of less than a goldfish now. It's 8 seconds long. That's how long you can hold a thought, basically, or hold attention with anyone. This is why we can't have deep conversations. This is why we can't approach people and stand awkward silences or pauses in conversations, or, you know, conflict or challenging cognitive tasks. And obviously people still handle and we still deal, but our ability to just deal with life is greatly hampered when we're constantly short-circuiting our brains' neural circuits into these states of consumption, judgment, reaction, comparison, and impulsivity. The habit of checking your phone and searching for things that are going to give you random shallow hits of dopamine in your brain is fundamentally a broken way of living, because there is no real deep satisfaction in the red bubble on your phone that tells you how many likes, comments, shares, DMs, snaps, whatever it is that you have. There is no real satisfaction there. It's just this mechanism in your brain that says, oh, there's this red dot. There's this thing that I need to click on. There's this thing that I need to see, and I need to consume it. And then it's like, we think that's going to make us better. We think that's going to make us satisfied. We think that, you know, watching the porn and getting the thing is going to make us satisfied. And then afterwards we're like, why did I do that? Or we think getting the next substance or the next event or the next, like, being at the next thing is going to make you feel better. But then you just wake up the next day with just you. That's what happens. And that's not for everybody. Not everyone's going to want to hear that, and that's fine. If you want to scroll away and you don't want to hear that message, then I'm not going to try to make you hear that message. But the people that know what I'm talking about, you know. And so you understand what I'm talking about, and it hits because you have an open mind, and you have that. There's like that parable that Jesus talks about in the Bible, like the parable of the sower, and there's like the fertile ground, there's like the rocky soil, and then there's the shallow soil. And the idea is like, you know, in the shallow soil, like, these seeds drop, these intentions drop, these good things drop. But, you know, they get there, and then, like, they're just pecked off the ground by they're just destroyed by weeds because they're so shallow. And then there's the ones that fall on the rocks, and they're just, you know, killed by thorns. And there's ones that fall on the path, and they're just swooped up and stolen away by birds, by predators, by, you know, people outside. And then there are the people who receive and are like that fertile soil, that the seed goes, and it goes deep, and it is fueled with water consistently, and those seeds bear life, and they bear fruit, and they grow forward. And all of my ideas, like content in general, is just a seed. It is just a seed that is meant to be planted in your brain to create deep, meaningful results. And if you're not consuming content that helps you do that, why are you consuming it? Because even when I look at my consumption habits, you have to ask yourself, how much of this is actually serving me versus just adding to the noise in my brain? Is it like, if your mind is a gallery, is it full of these beautiful images, these beautiful thoughts, these truths, and this goodness and this gratitude for life? Or is it filled with deception, lies, distraction, noise, drama, discouragement, and just like, and then you're just covering up all of that crap with substances or pornography or alcohol, to just kind of like put that to the side and be like, God, I don't want to be in my mind. And I think that's kind of the two comparisons that we have to look at. I don't know why I got into that, but other than the fact that like you have to declutter your mind and you have to be aware of your consumption habits and where your mental space is and how your brain is relating to your phone. Because if you wake up and you need to pick up your phone in the morning and you don't know why, you have a problem. I hate saying that, but it's just true. So like when you see that, just look at the phone before you open up your screen. I want you to just look at it and ask, why am I opening up my phone? Or what am I actually going to get out of this? And really ask yourself the question, what are you going to get out of scrolling through your notifications and checking your notifications and checking your texts and checking your email and checking your inbox and checking your social media feed and checking and checking and checking right out of your life? That's all checking your phone does. It like legitimately, all it does is check your brain into a conditioned mode of distraction where you are splitting your brain off. You're splitting your brain into cognitive disorder, because fundamentally your brain is not designed to do two things at once. So when you're just randomly going about the day and then you're just picking up something, it's just forcing your brain to start and then immediately stop whatever task you engaged in. So you're creating this shallow circuitry that just repetitively reacts through life. And that's when you have those days when you're just like, the day is just exhaustingly miserable and you just feel like you got nothing done, and it was just like, what's going on? And you were probably procrastinating on your phone on and off all day, and then doing another procrastination habit like eating, and then going to the gym, or and then driving someplace, and then calling your friend, or snapping or whatever. And we just bounce our way into misery. That's what that connection to your phone does. And it just doesn't serve you. Not for the next 90 days. Not if you want to transform your life and actually use that time to make yourself better. Use that time to learn a new skill, or invest in deep relationships, or invest in, I don't know, actual like just time to recharge and pray and meditate and talk to God and be still, or fuel your body and cook good food, or take care of your family. Like that's all it's doing, is just stealing time and attention away from things that actually matter. And it doesn't feel like that in the moment because it gives you that like short satisfaction. But when you start to look over the course of your lifetime, it is a compounding effect of distraction that creates a weaker and weaker and weaker mind that is less and less capable of handling the deepest levels of focus and the deepest levels of presence required for great relationships or great achievements in life. And your life is just a like summary of your relationships, and if all of your relationships just become shallow, random, passing words exchanged while on your phone, you don't have anything to look back on. So maybe we can just schedule a few, real life dates this week. Maybe it's just going to a coffee shop with a book and just reading for an hour. I'm telling you, I do that every single morning. As many mornings as I can. I wake up, I stretch, I take my cold shower, I do my mobility, I do my breath work, I read my Bible, and then I'm off to Starbucks because I'm attached to this one Starbucks that I used to go to when I was 16 and studying for the SAT, because I don't know why, but I don't know if it's because I used to drive my little stick shift Mazda at the time, and it just like resonated with my soul. And now I don't. I drive this super cool van. Yeah, super cool. Oh my gosh, has my hand been in the way this entire time? Bro, if it has, I'm gonna lose my mind. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Sorry. So I'm just attached to the Starbucks, okay? I'm just attached to the Starbucks. And I feel like I need to have shorter thoughts, man. Like, I see someone else's YouTube and their video is like 4 minutes long. And then when I make a video, it's like 15 minutes long or 40 minutes long or an hour and a half long. And I just don't know why that my thought just goes like forever. And I need to learn how to be more concise. But the whole point, the Starbucks, it's great. It's my thing, okay? That's my thing where I go and it triggers a deep work mechanism in my brain. This is like, okay, we're here, we're gonna have this coffee and we're gonna focus. And I just like, I get my cold brew, I get my venti black cold brew, and I just down that joint and I'm just in bliss mode. When I get that coffee, I'm just like, yes. And that's my thing, right? That's what I do. And then I do the rest of my day. But it's just having that core habit. It's like focus time. That's time away from the phone. It's time to just do things that fulfill me. It's time to learn skills that matter, that then, moves the rest of my day forward. And even if I have, times of distraction, it's just scheduling the time, right? Having a boundary around it. Create your ritual of deep work, and then create your ritual of unwinding, which is also free from your phone. And that's time to like meditate, or time to just walk in the woods, or time to just walk about your city, or free time to just talk to somebody or play with your pet. And it's unstructured, low stimulus, but like enough natural fascination, enough fascinating stimuli to the brain that you just kind of like enter that gentle flow state of just being with your pet or being with your family and just having a conversation, just being there. I don't know what it is for you, but you need to have white space and you need to have dark space, which is like deep workspace. And white space is like flowy, reset, don't think about anything, look at the stars, look at the sky. It doesn't matter, just be a child for a little bit. And then number 3, I guess we're listing things off. Number 3, you need digital boundaries for your day. It's just times when you have your phone and times when you don't. It doesn't mean you can't scroll social media, although I don't think social media really serves your life that much. Besides like YouTube, I like really don't think the other platforms are just very good for you. Like, it's so hard. You have to really curate your habits well. But have that time to just be on your phone and your time to not be on your phone. Because then you don't even have to like question, when can I use my phone and when can't I use my phone? You just know that I'm not thinking about my phone until this time, and then when this time comes, I can pick it up, and I know, my brain knows that, hey, I have this thing to check. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna check it at this time, right? Now you know that, instead of waking up first thing in the morning being like, I have to check this about this thing, when it's like, no. I know I'm gonna check this at X time. Now I'm fine. Very helpful. Okay. Lastly, number 4, just pre-schedule your day. Night before, when you go to bed, I would just sit down for like 2 minutes and think about your priorities. Think about the people you need to reach out to. Think about the people you're waiting on a response from. Think about your major projects in life. And if you want to make it super simple, just list out the 3 most important things that need to happen tomorrow and just write them down. And if you want to get extra fancy with it, put that into a timeline and just write down your day in terms of time blocks, like starting like on line paper or blank paper, and just go from the time you wake up in 30-minute increments to the time you go to bed. And you don't have to fill it all in, but just put the blocks in where you're going to do the priorities. Like, put those in at least. And now it's like, at those times you're going to do them. That's like that's the least you can do. And if you want to get like even better with it, like a step beyond that, is weekly scheduling out the deep work and knowing when it's going to happen and making that a consistent thing. When it's like, during these times, I'm not distracting, I'm doing what matters. I'm doing the homework, I'm doing the study, and I'm writing the essay, I'm creating the stuff, I'm building the product, I'm I'm working on the campaign. I'm getting stuff done that is hard. Okay, I'm getting hard stuff done. That's all that deep work is at a very basic level. And when you have that, now you don't have to spend so much time thinking about like, when am I gonna get that done and how long is it gonna take and this and that. It's like, I know I'm gonna do that during these slots, and then you're good to go. That's all I have to say about simplifying your life, decluttering your mind, and getting back into authentic flow with yourself. Sometimes I really don't know how to act on YouTube because I struggle to socialize as it is. I don't really have a lot of friends, and the friends that I do have, I usually lose. So it's just kind of awkward, but I'm determined to make this work because we're about to have a lot of fun adventures, and I want to learn how to just be a person and not freak out about it so much. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hopefully this served you. I'm tired, so I'm gonna peace out. Bye. But hey, if you did like this, you should subscribe and like share with your friends. And if you didn't like it, then you can tell me and troll me in the comments because I really don't care. Bye.